such a dynamic gospel when you listen to what their gospel is saying about Jesus is in God, God is in Jesus, and God is in each one of us with the wisdom and the power. I'm not making that up. I just read that. Like, so we could just even, I could sit down, really, we could just like think and contemplate that God is in you, strengthening you, empowering you, inspiring you with the wisdom of the very Spirit of God. Like, wow. So, speaking of the wisdom of God, it's funny. This is my mother's book, and the reason why I know this is my mother's book is because it has her name in it. and I was laughing because her mother, she used to always say, her mother used to always tell her, Dolores, put your name in a book, because when you lend the book out and then they say, no, that's my book, you say, let's look at that book. You say, see, it has my name in it, it's my book. And so she was influenced by her mother, and here she is writing her name in the book. So this is from Isaiah chapter 49, verse 15. For Zion was saying, Yahweh has abandoned me. The Lord has forgotten me. Does a woman forget her baby at her breast, or fail to cherish the son of her womb? Yet even if these forget you, I will never forget you. See, I have branded you in the palm of my hand. Probably one of the most powerful passages in Scripture, because you hear what's being said there, is God, through the prophet Isaiah, is trying to say, what is the most powerful relationship of love? What is the most powerful relationship of intimacy? What is the most powerful bond known to human beings in their experience? The most powerful bond, the most intimate bond, the most powerful bond of love known to human beings is a mother and her child. The most powerful. And God says, my love for you, my bond for you, my intimacy with you is even greater than that. So when you listen to this passage, God is saying the most powerful relationship known to human beings in the human experience is mother and child. Now we look at this in terms of like a healthy mother and child. Last week I was talking about home. We could think of home. And we all have a concept of home. You could have like a healthy home with warmth and love. And you could have a mother that was warmth and loving. And I hope all of you had that experience of a warm, loving mother. Obviously, there's some times where human beings grow up and they're not healthy. There's issues, whatever. So we want to recognize the whole gamut of human beings. But let's just go with a mother, a healthy mother, right? We all have mothers here, right? We wouldn't be here without mothers. Women are life bearers, life givers in so many ways. Even if they don't have children, they still give life in so many different ways. But when we think of like a mother, you think about your mother, right? A healthy mother is so sacrificial, just always giving of herself. They say that it's like 100 hours a week of being a mother. It takes 100 hours of just constantly doing everything that they're doing to be there for their children, encouraging them, inspiring them, comforting them when they're sick. You know, I think of so many times, like, Mom, where's my baseball club? It's underneath your bed next to your sweatshirt, right? I was like, how does this woman know? She's got like a sonar, you know? Or I remember one time we were in trouble. We were playing with matches, which was not good. Oh. Call you back at 10 o'clock.
So hurry up, huh?
Yeah. 1 o'clock. But it was like playing with matches. And my friend and I, Doug, we would walk in and she goes, boys, have you been playing with matches? We're like, how does she know? I guess she smelled the sulfur or something like that. I mean, she was like a sonar. But when you think of like a mother, right? How many times like mothers, like, you know, they're cleaning, picking up socks and straightening things out and organizing everything, and then the next day it becomes like a mess again, like constantly. And so many things that a mother does that the rest of the family doesn't even know, you know. And so therefore sometimes they're constantly loving and giving, and sometimes it's not as appreciated as it should be. You think back, like, did you appreciate your mother as much as you should have? You know? And you still have a chance there, Skylar, in case you're young, to appreciate that woman next to you. But you know, it's funny when I look back at different things, like where, it's funny, I remember as a kid, my friends, we wanted to make an ice skating rink, and we were going to do it in our backyard. And there was no Home Depot at the time, so we went to some hardware store, and there was like this metal thing. It was like that high, and we put it around. It wasn't a big backyard, but it was like a decent size. We put that around there, and then we just poured tons of water into this area. And somehow or another, it kind of took, and we made this ice skating rink back there, you know? And I just think back at that, where like, whatever crazy scheme we had planned, my mother was like, okay, go ahead, make your ice skating rink, you know? And then, guys, you want to come in for some hot chocolate? You know, like, it was like I think a mother is somebody that's always there, understanding you and knowing you as you grow and develop. And when you think about like raising a kid, you know, like the adult, the mother is sort of constant, and the kid is going from 2 to 5 to 8 to 10 to 15. They're constantly changing and growing, and it's amazing, this woman's ability to tune into and be present to every developmental stage along the way. You know, that it's really the mother that gives this kid a sense of security and well-being and a sense of belonging. Yeah, the dad is there, and the dad is important, of course. But there's something about that mother, you know. But I remember another time when Lorna, Rachel, was like a little baby, and we were going to give her a break. We went to the Monmouth Mall, and I'm there with my father-in-law. We're in the car with Rachel, and sure enough, suddenly she starts to cry. And we're holding her, and we're bouncing her around, and the whole thing, crying. Finally, you know, Lorna comes back, and the moment Lorna picked up Rachel, stop crying. Immediately. It's like the smell and the scent of this woman. You know, like often now they take the baby, they put the baby right on the mother's chest the moment the baby comes out of the womb. So that bond that was occurring in the womb, the moment that baby, she knows the smell of her mother. The scent of the womb. There's something about the mother that is that sense of security and warmth, and basically communicating that life is safe and things are going to be okay, and the mother is always there for her child. You know, the first 5 years of our life are huge. The first year is most important. It's in those first couple of years that a child feels and experiences that my needs are going to be met. I can be cared for. If I have a trouble or I'm upset, I'm going to be comforted. And that almost like a house built on a strong foundation, when a child has that, they can grow and develop, and almost no matter what they experience in life, there's always a sense of saying, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen to me, but I know that who I am is always going to be more than whatever I will encounter. And that all comes from a mother. So beautiful, so powerful. That sense of belonging and that everything is going to be okay. I hope you had a great mother, because it really goes a long, long way in our growth and development. In fact, sometimes when you see people who are very needy as adults, they've always got to get attention. They've always got to have a certain thing. More than likely, they did not have those first 5 years of attention. In fact, I think that, no human being is going to love us and give us attention like our mother did. So that if we kind of don't get enough of that when we're little, no matter how much you're seeking that out there, it's never gonna be enough. Which is another powerful quality of a mother, is a mother helps us to understand that who we are is enough. I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to run any faster or jump any higher. I can just be me because I've experienced this love and acceptance from this woman. Just so powerful. A mother. So ladies, thank you for being moms, so sacrificial, so giving of yourself. So we really want to honor and appreciate you for who you are. But then isn't it so amazing that God says to us today, the love, the nurturing, the intimacy, the commitment, the sacrificial love, the always having your back, the bond that a mother has with her child, God says to us today, I love you even more than that.